Whew. Okay, we are trying this thing one more time. Going live on both YouTube and TikTok. Let's hope this time around it materializes. Okay. Yeah. Welcome to my live. For those who don't know me, if this is just up, my name is Perseverance Maremeni, also known as Madam Speaker, also known as the CEO of Self Love. So yeah. Today we're gonna be talking about a very, very touchy topic. Hi, welcome, welcome, welcome. A very touchy topic, guys. On TikTok, I couldn't write the whole topic because I said trigger warning, infertility. But on the YouTube side, it's clear as day. Trigger warning, infertility, having multiple kids, deciding to have no kids. These are the things that women have to decide at some point in their lives. Some of these things we don't have to decide, but fate decides for us, okay? Especially when it comes to you wanting one thing and getting the other, getting the exact opposite of what you want. So yeah, man. That's the topic at hand. If you would like to call in, because I did a video, I think day before yesterday, where I was talking about how I don't understand, the madness which is happening on the social streets. Because one, there was a lady who was saying that people, once they have kids, their standards have dropped. The next thing, when I wake up in the morning, I see another video where a lady saying if you're born in 1993 and you don't have kids, then you must start having kids, because who are you going to send to the shops if you don't want to have kids now? um who's going to take care of you when you're older? I mean, what madness is that? What crazy madness is that? Like, there's Uber Eats now. Okay, if you really want to have kids mainly because you want somebody to send to the shops, then Uber Eats will be your kid. Okay. And also, you could give birth to 10 kids and they decide that they're going to ditch you, all 10 of them. Not even a single one of them wants to take care of you. You could end up in a home, in an old age home with all the kids that you've had in the world. So it really doesn't make sense, man, that people would just project their nonsense on us. I know that sometimes people feel like, because they've struggled so much in life, once they have something, at least they have something to brag about. If you're going to be looking on your left and you're looking on your right and you see people bragging about certain things that you can't brag about because you've not arrived yet, it's okay for you not to brag about anything. Okay, it's okay for you to wait for your time to come, for you to establish or accomplish something, and just brag about that thing. You don't necessarily have to be bragging about things that are not even necessary for you to brag about. I know the form. It's like right now people are bragging about their siblings who have passed matric, who have done well. If it's not your time to be bragging about such and being proud about such things, it's okay. Your turn will come for you to be proud about other things. So for you to now want to at least have something that makes you feel like you're better than other people, things like you just bragging about having kids. Guys, kids are expensive. I mean, I always say that my kids are my AMG. If I wasn't having these kids, I would definitely be driving an AMG. And it's not even about that, because I know that I love my kids. Um, and I believe that everybody who has a kid, they love their kids. But otherwise, for people who don't have kids, some choose not to have kids. And at this time and day, there are people who are being pressurized into having kids. The bones are my rapo idea. How you gonna push when you get to the maternity ward? You are late. What nonsense is that? We don't have to do that. We don't have to be that. You don't have to be that type of adult that if you have nothing to brag about, then you want to go on and make other people feel really bad. Because sometimes some people escape their reality and they come to social media because they want to unwind and just listen to some funny content. The next thing, you just came from the doctor, they told you that your IVF was not successful because you've been trying for such a long time to have kids. Once you're done with that, all of a sudden you come on social media, you find somebody telling you that you are 30, you don't have a child, you must start making a child now. And like, honestly speaking, if you making a child had some If the reasons were valid why somebody would send you to make a child, then it would be understandable. In as much as it's none of your business that I don't want to have kids or I only have one child, but if you give me a valid reason why you feel like you are pressed to go to tell me to go make a baby, then maybe I would take that reason if it was valid, you know. But I can't think of a reason which is valid enough for you to send somebody's child to go make a child. Like, make me understand how that works. It doesn't make sense at all, you know. So I thought I should do this live because I saw a lot of people commenting on the video that I posted, sharing their stories. Some were very painful stories, were overwhelming, and some were encouraging. Some were just encouraging one another in the comment sections. So I just thought I should make it a public thing that we come through and share our experiences about kids. Like I said, that on the YouTube side, the topic is broad, it's open, it's exactly what I wanted it to be. It's trigger warning, infertility, having multiple kids, and having choosing not to have kids at all. Meaning that this actually basically covers everybody. If you want to share a story of why you chose not to have kids at your age, if you don't have kids, then you can share with us. If you want to share with us your struggles about fertility, you are more than welcome. I know that one is super sensitive. If you want to share a story about how you have kids, maybe some people didn't even plan to have the number of kids that they have, guys. Like, believe you me, you know, because you may find that you fell pregnant and your prevention, you know, failed. Then you found yourself having more than just one kid or multiple kids, you know, because it was not your plan. It was not your plan. So that's a story worth sharing. So that basically that is what I was here about today, to say, hey guys, the struggle is real. I've been meaning to talk about this. It's just that I've been dragging because when I look at the comment section on the video that I posted about this, I feel that it's hectic. You know, it's really hectic. Pregnant after struggling to conceive and miscarriage. You know what? The story of miscarriages is very close to my heart because I know somebody who is very close to my heart who literally feels like she's counting babies in heaven because of the number of miscarriages or the number of babies that she has lost, you know. To say that because other people are spiritual beings, they believe that, you know, when you your kids are there in heaven, meaning that in one form or the other, you could dream of your kids when you are sleeping, meaning that literally for somebody who believes that in that, that means the only connection they will ever have or the interaction, you know, that they will ever have with their kids is in their sleep, because then they will know, or I have 1, 2, 3 kids that have passed. But otherwise, see, if you are just a person who is not really much into the spiritual stuff, then that means you would just feel like, you know what, I have just had so many miscarriages and I'm sitting here counting, you know, counting the number of miscarriages that I've had, but I haven't had any kids of my own. It's very, very sad, you know. I think we have one person here who would like to, okay, I thought I saw an invite, but the invite has disappeared. You're more than welcome to request again. Maybe it's the network problem there. Yeah, I mean, I just wanted this to be an open topic like the one that we did last time about maintenance card. So yeah, let's engage with one another. Let's learn from one another. Let's encourage one another. Let's comfort one another regarding this issue of fertility, guys. It's painful. It's painful even for me, you know, because I can relate to a lot of ladies. Hi, sis.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. My story. I'm just gonna make it a bit short, and I hope that it will encourage other women that maybe they feel like they want to give up in terms of having babies. Like longing for a baby, it's something that I think most women feel. It doesn't matter whether you're married or you're single or whatever, but everyone has their own reasons of longing for a child. So I'm turning 34 this year.
Okay.
And I've been with my husband for it's 13 years this year.
Sure.
And we have one child. Now they just turned one in December. So we've been trying for over 10 years. Where I tried almost everything under the sun. Chinese medication, acupuncture, you name it, I tried it. I was a bit
Hey sis, I think sis is, I can't hear her now. You muted. I don't know if you muted yourself or what happened there, but
can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you now. You can continue.
acting up, so
Okay.
I'll keep on disappearing, but I'll try and come back quickly.
No problem.
So what I was a bit reluctant when it comes to IVF because I think a lot of black people, well, I'll speak for myself, I didn't understand the IVF process. So when I felt like it was unnatural to do IVF, I wanted to conceive naturally, but up until it was my last resort, I went through IVF in 2020, and my first cycle, my first attempt was a success, and I conceived twins.
Okay.
But later on, when I got to 21 weeks, I lost one twin. And then I couldn't mourn that child because I didn't now the one child survived, the other one I lost. And then you were told, no, don't cry too much because you're gonna hurt the other baby that you're carrying. So I couldn't cry for my it was a girl and a boy. Okay, I think somebody needs to mute their mic, or is it you? I see. Okay, please mute your mics, the ones who are in now, so that we can give the one who is speaking a chance to finish up. So I couldn't mourn for my boy the way that I wanted to. Yes. And then two weeks later, I lost the other baby. Okay. So it was a bit of a shock. It was something that I couldn't process. It took me a long time to process. So me wanting to request now is just for people that feel like your answer will never be, your prayers will never be answered, that it will happen. Because if I had given up after the miscarriage of twins, and I told myself, oh, no, I'm not going to go back and try again. I went back to try another cycle of IVF, and now I have my daughter who's just turned one. So, yeah, this thing is, and I feel like people shouldn't be bashing each other about not having kids. Like, I had people that made side comments that, no, you're not invited to the birthday party because you don't have kids. Or like, to the baby shower because you don't have kids, not knowing, or you also want a kid of your own. Baby shower was funny enough. They would invite you to the baby shower because they know, okay, maybe this one is good at buying gifts or whatever. Yeah. But then now, when the second milestone of the child comes, now they feel like I got at the baby shower, no one brings their kids along. The women that are there. Now, first birthday or second birthday, everybody's bringing their kids along. Yeah. So like, no, you didn't get an end because I didn't have a And I really, really took offense to that, to a point where I told one of my cousins, oh, why are we good enough for the baby shower? Yeah. But for the other... It doesn't make sense at all. It doesn't make sense. But anyway, no, man, I do get you. I know somebody as well who has gone through the process of IVF. I just thank God who there are these things that are happening, the technology, for us to actually just get as much options as possible to get kids. But I also know somebody who has had IVF failing multiple times, you know. So it's just a matter of understanding the sensitivity of the issue of kids. It's very sensitive. Yeah. It also helps when you have someone that's supportive, you know, regardless of what the in-laws may say or whoever may say. If your boyfriend or your partner is supportive, that's all you need. That's all you need. You don't need anything else. No. Yeah, so let me give the other ladies a chance. I just wanted to share that nice story. Thank you so much for sharing your story with us. I believe that somebody is going to be encouraged here to actually go for IVF, even if they feel like it's unnatural or they're dragging or discouraged to do it. Guys, if you have the means, please give it a try. Maybe you will come up successful like my sister right here. Thank you so much for sharing your story. I really appreciate you. And another thing before I go, people have this idea that IVF, you only need to go to private clinics. Steve Biko does IVF at a very affordable price. They charge you according to your income. So there are cheap options. Because that you can go and do IVF. You don't have to be coughing out 80, 100,000 and so whatever. So that's another thing that I wanted to add, that I saw a lot of people are not aware that you can go to this government institution and get help there as well. Thank you so much. This was really informative. I mean, this is going to help a lot of people. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, my sis. Thank you. Okay. Thanks, bye. Bye. Hi, who's next? The peoples who don't know how to mute. Yeah? You are the one who don't know how to mute.
No, it's Lerato, it was not me.
Oh, hi Lerato.
How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. Thank you for this topic. You know, I was so angry when that girl posted about infertility at 37
27 and I don't have any kids. But anyway, I ended up adopting 2 boys. Né?
Oh, that's wonderful.
So I'm really shocked that IVF you can do it in a local clinic. I think I should try it because at the end of the day, you need what. Wow,
Give the heart what it wants. And you know what, let me tell you something that I strongly believe. I believe that even the boys that you have adopted, God knew what He was doing. He knew what He was preparing you for when He opened up your heart for you to adopt those kids. Even with IVF, it's not too late, my sister. Go try it out. If it works out for you, then your family is growing. It's becoming bigger and bigger. Trust me, you are going to love your kid who is coming together with the ones you have adopted same way. Don't even be taking and thinking, what if. If you really want to try this IVF because that's what your heart wants, definitely, I mean, I encourage you to go for it.
So I'm so happy with that. She said with it, because hospital, so I'll go in and inquire.
Yeah, please do that.
People in society give us pressure.
Yeah.
Like, how much? Who doesn't want their own?
But also, I really need to just I really need to emphasize to you, Lerato, to say even the one that you wanna go and try out with the IVF, which is your own. I really hope that it's going to be from your heart for yourself and not for society, because you don't owe society anything. That's just me being honest. Yeah. So I just need you to always remind yourself, okay, it's not even about them. It's about you and what your heart wants. And whether society approves or they disapprove, man, society, we all have things of our own that we're still struggling with, that we're still failing at. Literally, there are so many things that we have, so many struggles. You understand what I'm saying? So it should never even be about anybody else but yourself and what your heart wants.
Oh yeah, thank you for that. But
You're most welcome.
Go and try the public hospital. But I've been saving up for the.
Yeah.
I think I'm on 50 grand now for the IVF, because not even for society. You know, when growing up, I used to tell myself that, okay, by the age of 25, I want my first child.
Yeah.
27, second child, 30, third child, then I'm done. Then, okay, life happened, I didn't. So my uncle's wife passed away 2018, and they had 2 boys. So I was like, you know what, my uncle had a stroke. So I was like, let me take them, maybe back, and then, yeah. Yeah.
And you did so well. You know what? I'm so proud of you because you're doing it for you. You know, it feels right to you. Bravo to you, man. You have such a big heart. You have such a big heart, Lerato.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. All right. Should we move on to the next one?
Thank you very much.
You're most welcome, Mala.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. Hi. Okay, you can inbox her. I think she's still writing down here, guys. Tepi, please just keep writing here. I don't even know how to pin comments. If I knew how to pin a comment, I was gonna pin it, and then you people were gonna go follow Tepi. She was gonna give you more information. But I believe that as we are engaging with the live, more information is gonna come up. So just stay tuned. Sure.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Madam Speaker. Like, my topic is more about, like, I understand you're talking about kids and all that. But
yes.
Sometimes us as kids, we feel like we are not wanted, or we feel like a black sheep of the family. Like, anything you do is never good enough for your parents.
How old are you?
I'm 23.
Okay. You know what, Nem? I know that this topic, I don't want to deviate from the topic, but remember I had a conversation this way. I really hate what I have to do now because I'm really deviating from the topic. But there was once a conversation that I had with a lady who was also feeling like her mother does not love her. And she felt like out of all the kids, she's the only one that her mother does not love. And as we were talking and engaging, we realized that, listen, there could be a possibility that your parents went through certain things, or your mother went through certain things when you were born or how you were conceived. And I remember old people are not like us. They don't talk like us. You understand what I'm saying? So because of that, because they don't even know how to deal with these things that happen to them, they end up taking their frustrations and their pains and everything on the very same person that they gave birth to, who has absolutely nothing to do with what they went through as individuals. You get what I'm saying? So, but then I feel like this is a topic that I would really like to go deep in detail on. Yeah, I don't know if maybe we can, I don't know. I really, honestly speaking, I don't want to deviate from the topic, but I really feel like what you're talking about now is something that I need to also have a proper live for. I don't know what, can anybody suggest what we can do here regarding this topic of kids feeling unwanted because of the way their parents treat them? Because I feel like this is one topic that also on its own is going to drag, and we need to tackle it. Maybe we can do a live tomorrow around the same time and talk about the same thing. Around this time.
Because, like, I tried to get hold of you. Even yesterday, I was talking to Lisi Hoa. Can you please just get me one-on-one with Madam Speaker?
Yeah, no, definitely. Getting a one-on-one with me is not a problem at all, because there's a pin post there where it shows my PA's number, where if you make an appointment with her, then from her it's me, and then it won't even take you 10 minutes to get a hold of me. So you can ask Lesejo to forward you my PA's number. But if everybody agrees, we can always do a live and have an open discussion about kids feeling like the black sheep, the reason why a lot of us have middle child issues. It's really a broad topic that I feel like we need to tackle, but on a different day. Are we good?
Hi, Madam.
Hi.
I hope everybody's good. Wow, this is such a touching topic.
Okay.
I saw one of the comments. They were talking about PCOS and endometriosis.
Yeah.
I think I said it right.
Yeah.
That one is a killer. And I believe these are the things that are supposed to be taught to all of us, especially Banyana. Because I think the education system should somehow include women health like that.
Yeah.
Like it's weird how young girls now are actually struggling to conceive in their childbearing years, because now I literally fell pregnant after so many troubles, miscarriages, and everything in between. So also, another thing that I feel what it needs to be looked at is the fact that medical aids actually do not pay for infertility treatments.
Yeah.
And this is a real issue. Like,
it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, though.
Like, it makes no sense, because we're paying an arm and a leg
Yeah.
to be covered, get medical aid, only to be rejected.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was going through my treatment, because I had PCOS,
Yeah.
so having been busy going through the whole process and stuff, you would find that I had to pay the co-payments, and I'm just like, how about why should I pay the co-payments just for this small? It's a medical procedure. It's a medical problem.
Yeah.
Because it's a medical term. It's not like
it's not like a surgical but again as cosmetic surgery or something like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But you would find things like deep veneers, which are I'm sorry I reverted. It's a dental like cosmetic, and this is a real issue. And I also want to talk about the psychological effect of infertility in women. I think this is a very serious topic, and I actually wanted to kind of join or make a support group.
Yeah.
It will also look at women who actually lost children, because miscarriage also
yeah.
It's a thing that cuts real deep. It's a pain that never goes away. So I don't know. Like, I just feel like women health overall, and you're not neglected, right?
Yeah.
Like, relevant to all the other smaller things.
Yeah.
But what about the real issues? Like,
yeah.
What happens after miscarriage? When they discharge you, you're on your own.
Yeah. Yeah, the psychological effect of it, you know, you should actually.
You had a baby in your stomach, now you don't have a baby anymore. And already,
yeah.
What are you going to do with those things?
And you have to go to work and face your colleagues, and they must ask you, where's the baby? How's the baby doing?
Exactly. Yo. And I don't feel like they're asking you questions. Okay, no, like, what happened to your
Yo. No, I do get you, my sister, and I feel like this is one thing that we're not gonna just end about talking about it now. We need to now do something about it. I believe that you see these lives that we do here, we're not doing them for play, you know. Let's see how we can actually, guys, now one thing that God has called me for is to just combine you ladies to come here together. Ne? I don't know anything about doing certain things, professional stuff and whatnot, but me putting you ladies together so that we can talk and settle our issues, I'm here for that. So I think we should start an initiative like that. I don't have, like right now, literally, I'm working on nothing. But I know that what you are telling us now is exactly what we need to, immediately at the end of this live, we need to make a video. I'll need to make a video which is saying, all right, let's start an initiative like this. Those who know more than me, those who are more knowledgeable about certain things, what procedures need to be followed, how can we form, like the same way that I'm doing this camp, Sichabo, loving yourself back to life. I need us to have a specific camp, or even if it's just an event where it will be about fertility issues, tabasadi, get professionals to come through. And the same thing happened the last time when we are doing a live regarding the child maintenance. There were so many things that people didn't even know, or they don't have to suffer because they can get help. But because we did a live like that, then people got help. So I believe, or even this one, if we can come together, there are people who know more information than we do, but because they don't know that we don't know that information, then it's difficult for them to help us. And we're going to make it happen. We're going to make it happen.
Now, Jane, I appreciate that.
Please hit me up at the end of this live, and then we will take it further. But really, this is something that we definitely have to do. Yeah.
No, I'll do that definitely.
All right,
for those people who are asking, for those people who are asking for it, it's at level 8.
Okay, level 8.
The infertility clinic is at level 8.
Okay.
And then for those that also want to go privately, there's a good doctor, Mo Soshambuge. His name is Dr. Mashamba.
Dr. Mashamba. Okay.
Yes. And
okay.
Then the other one is Dr. Biko Gofemina. I'll write it down.
Okay, guys, this live right now with this information that is being shared is on 26 minutes, 37 seconds on YouTube. At the end of this live, if you've missed any information, please go on my YouTube channel and catch everything that you have lost and write down every information that you need. Everything is going to be readily available on my YouTube channel because I'm doing live on both.
And blessings to all the new mommies and the mommies that actually want kids.
Yeah, blessings.
Love
blessings.
and light from me.
Thank you so much, my love. I really appreciate you.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay, bye. Alrighty, we have a new member in. Hi.
Hi, Madam Speaker. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing, my love?
I'm well, thank you. I'm so glad that you've provided this platform. It's very close to my heart as well, especially because I am in the field of psychology and I do come across clients with such problems, and I've got close friends as well. And because of that, I've done extensive research on infertility, especially in the South African, and even abroad.
Yeah.
So I don't know where I should start. Should I start on the psychological services that are available? Because I'm noticing that a lot of people, they don't know what these things are there.
Yeah.
They're there and we have access to them.
Yeah. When I just flow, people will go catch up anything that they miss. They will go get it on YouTube. So okay. When I just flow, just the flow is yours.
Perfect.
All right.
Okay, perfect. So with IVF, medical aids does pay, but only certain medical aids. So with CAMF, they do pay and pay for 2 full cycles. You get 2 cycles with them, but then I think there's an age restriction, if I'm not mistaken. I think you should be around the age of around 40 or something like that, less than 40.
Okay.
Yes. And then with Discovery as well, Discovery also has a fertility treatment option. Now, they do pay as well. They cover most of the medication. And then now, I think a lot of people, when it comes to the journey of infertility, they need to understand you don't go straight to IVF.
Oh, okay.
So you first, So you first start off with seeing your fertility specialist. And with the fertility specialist, they usually charge around 1.3 to 2,000 rand. And usually with that, it will cover your test. And then you will also go, there's another thing that I feel like we're not mentioning, the men, the partners as well.
Yes.
And I love that fertility specialists are very quick to say, you know what, bring along your partner, where they do a semen analysis. Now, sometimes the semen analysis, there's problems with the shape of the sperm, there's problems with the motility, which is the movement of the sperm, there's problems with the concentration of the sperm. So, yabona kuti they differ.
Yeah.
Once they figured that out on both ends, what's the problem on the female side and the male side, you'll find that there's a female factor sometimes because of the infertility, or there's a male factor. Okay. And then they take it from there.
Okay.
And then from thereafter, they will look at the diagnosis of both the partners. It's okay. From there, we then do IUI, which is much cheaper to IVF.
Okay.
IUI, and this is usually what they do for a woman with PCOS, and maybe a factor, maybe where the sperm count is a bit low, where they can give medication to increase it. So with IUI, it's around 4,000 rand. And like so if I'm not mistaken, she mentioned Steve Biko also has it, and it's even much cheaper than 4,000 rand at Steve Biko.
That's
But
nice.
at your private clinics, it's 4,000 rand to 10,000 rand at most.
Okay.
That's IUI. So if IUI, usually they try 3 cycles. If it fails, then they move you to IVF.
Okay.
Now with IVF, there's Steve Biko in Johannesburg that does it according to your income, and it's much cheaper. And then I think it came in the Western Cape, there's Horta Skill, which is also similar to Steve Biko, so women have that option. I'm not too sure in KZN which hospital that they have, but they should have an academic hospital that offers such services at a reasonable price. So that's your government clinics. With your private clinics, there is Dr. Troll. He charges around 50,000. There is Dr. She's now Dr. She was Diane, now she's Dr. Gwele. She's in Pretoria. Family Matters. She charges 50,000. There is Life Arts. With Life Arts, they look at your weight, and then they also look at your age.
Okay.
If your BMI is below 30, which is also, they're not too strict on that, but they will look at it, and then they look at your age. You need to be 38 years and below.
Okay.
Now they charge around 30,000 rand for IVF. And they allow for 2 payments, if I'm not mistaken. So you'll pay the 15,000, and then you'll also pay it for 15,000 as well.
Okay.
And then another thing, there is medical loans that you can take for IVF.
Oh, okay.
Just not too sure which
institution.
One is still do my research, yes, with regards to that. But there is medical loans that you can take to cover all your fees for IVF. Okay. So do you that there is hope?
There is.
IVF. It's just that
there is
so much hope. It's just that I've been looking for a platform to share this, to say that, but there's hope. Yeah. There's really hope. Yeah. And I think. Oh yes. You may move on to the psychological part of things. Okay. With the psychological services, there's usually infant loss. I have a friend of mine that's a registered counselor. She's also a colleague of mine. She's currently running an infant loss support group. She's running it with Dr. Katlego. I don't know. What's her name? Katlego. She's Dr. Kez. She's on Instagram. Okay. They're running a WhatsApp group where women have lost babies and they've had recurrent miscarriages, and they just share on that platform. I'll speak to Mpumi. I wish she could have joined us live. I'll speak to her, and I think I can share her WhatsApp contact details with you. And if the ladies want to join the support group, they have sessions every Thursday and every
let me follow you, Ne, so that at least I'll be able to get your DM after this. Okay.
Yeah, and recently they started this beautiful initiative where every time it's the birthday of, or the day of the loss of the little one, where all the ladies will celebrate that little one and the mother in the group, which I think is just amazing. Yeah. So it's a very beautiful,
it's really soothing, for somebody who has lost a child, because I mean, especially as Black people, like, you lost a child, it's fine, just go make another one. And it doesn't work like that. We take it like it's simple.
You try again. They say that provided you keep trying. Yeah. So to have that safe space that is firstly being done by 2 professional women. Yeah. And where it's also other women that have had that experience as well. I think it's amazing. So now I'm keen, if you guys want to run this initiative, keen to provide all the knowledge. Because, I mean, we go to school, we study for so many years, and, why must I keep it to myself? Yeah. We do it for such reasons. Definitely keen on sharing more. If the ladies if they want any more information, they're more than welcome to send me a DM or follow me. Yeah.
Please do follow her and send her DMs. And I think also, because on a broader side of like me being able to get out of a lot more audience, I'm also going to do something on the side, but I'm going to hit you up and then you give me all the details so that we can at least see how we can close all these gaps, because it's a lot of them. And some people, the reason why they don't even know this information is because they feel like they'll be judged if they ask questions, if they ask for help, you know. So it drills very, very deep, this thing, you know. And it needs us to just come together and say, we're gonna support you, we're gonna be here for you, we really do want you to be okay and get well, so that when you have another child, because I also know that I know the pain of losing a child. It's just that mine, I lost my baby when she was 9 months old in a car accident, you know. And then I had my son after that. And then, no, it's okay, I had my son after that, then I had my daughter, you know. So for some reason I feel like if I had my daughter first and before my son, I was going to be comparing my daughter with the one that I lost and whatever, you know. But I know that for a lot of people, it's got like, I think it goes back to what the other lady who had called here was deviating, was saying that she feels like she's the black sheep, she's not loved. Sometimes it's got all these things that we bottle up and then we don't want to talk about, and people they dismiss us when we want to share our emotions. They really do affect us, even when we are 20 years, 30 years from now. They affect our kids, they affect everything, you know. So it's better for us to always deal with things as they're still fresh, you know.
Yeah, at the root level. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, definitely.
Oh man, I really appreciate you being here. I'll hit you up on the DMs after this, and then we'll see what we can do. I'm really determined, because really, hey, you know what, we have to be the change that we want to see. Otherwise, say, what are we doing with this information? What are we doing with these platforms that we have? What are we doing? Exactly. Yeah, man. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much, my love. Alrighty. Hi. Hello. Do we have a new member? Okay. I think our new guest is not guesting the way. Kulu? Are you there, Kulu? Okay. I think Kulu requested and then decided she's gonna go on and mind her business. So maybe she will request again and then she'll come back and we'll see what we can do. Ladies, I'm really, really happy. I feel so fulfilled right now with the topic that we're having at hand, and also being able to know that all is not lost. But also I would still want to emphasize on the people that know very well that for them, maybe they may never have kids ever again, you know, for whatever reason, because the issue of fertility actually drills deeper than what we are discussing here. I believe that what we were discussing right now was the possibilities for those who have, you know, a chance and whatnot. But there are people by long, they might not even have, not even one, even with all these solutions that we're bringing at hand. So those people as well still need the support. I feel like this support group thing, that we're going to be doing this initiative of holding each other's hands and also having people join the groups of people who have lost their babies. This is really, really something which is going to empower us. It's going to really soothe our hearts, and we're going to be healing, and we're just going to be better people. Okay. I was hoping that I was going to get somebody who would come in and share also regarding the issue of of having kids, you know, because let's not lie and say parenting is. I remember this one time I saw a video right here on TikTok, where a lady was crying with a newborn baby, and she was saying that, look, you know what, today I'm just tired as a mom. I'm just tired as a mom. I have this new baby, and you may find this baby that you have, you've wanted this baby for the longest time, but you're tired. The baby doesn't want to sit, the baby doesn't want to lay down, the baby just wants you to carry them the whole time. That is overwhelming. If you have 2 of them, if you have 3 of them. The other day I was speaking on a topic of being a single parent, that you can be a single parent while you're pregnant, you can be a single parent while you're married, you can be a single parent while you are really single and there's nobody next to you. So these things also affect us. So it's not all roses, it's not all, well, at least I have a kid and then I'm happy, then I'm better than somebody who does not have a kid. We as people who have kids, we have struggles of our own. That is why sometimes, obviously, you know, because I'm the girl that is being accused of hating the other gender, but that is why I always emphasize to say you can't gift somebody with a baby. You know, you can't say, I want to, somebody says, okay, go back, please give me a baby. When you go around gifting people babies because when you want to make people happy, because you can literally become a single parent while you're still pregnant with the baby that you are gifting somebody with, you know, and that is just the truth of the matter. So it's not only people who are having fertility problems, who are struggling, because even us who are having babies we are struggling. We are struggling to just even take care of these kids. We are struggling to just have it all together. We don't even know, there's not even a manual that we are reading regarding being a parent, but we are just, managing. We are just seeing how we will manage. And a lot of us, stay in toxic and really abusive situations for the very same kids that we've been crying to have, so that we can now fit into the society. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I was saying to a previous caller, or the caller before that, to say, I hope this is going to be for you. If you have adopted 2 kids, but you want to have one of your own, let it be for you and just you, and let it not have anything to do with anybody else, or you trying to fit in, or you trying to be approved, because society will never approve you. That's what the approval that you are trying to get from society, you will never get it, because if it's not one thing, it's the other. There will always be something that is wrong with you that you will need to rectify for you to fit into the society of people who are not perfect, who are also needing stuff for them to fit in the very same society. You understand what I'm saying? So people always put their things aside. They always pack their things aside and focus on the very thing that you are not having according to society standards, so that they can distract themselves from that thing that needs to be sorted out. So yeah, that's why I'm saying that this topic is really broad, and it's not really only about people who are struggling to have kids. It's also about people who really are okay with not having kids at all, because I saw some comments on the video that I made about this, where somebody was saying, listen, even if I wanted to have a child, what am I going to give this child? Because I mean, hey, come on, I'm not working today, these days. It's not like back in the olden days where they would say, I will eat what my baby eats, I will do what my baby does, whatever I do. Guys, even finding a job is such a difficult thing these days. So you can't be having a baby because you want to fit into society. They won't even help you raise that baby. You get what I'm saying? So you do it because it is what you want to do. It is right. It feels right to you. And if you're struggling, like the previous guests who were here, they were giving us tips on how to get help, Steve Biko Hospital, and the works. So there are so many things which are out there which can help you get the babies that you want to get, and the works. I don't know who. I can see people are engaging here. Is there anybody who would come and share with us regarding parenthood, the reality of parenthood, guys? I need somebody to come and be real with us here, so that if there are people who are young, if there are kids who are late teens and early 20s, and they think that all they have to do is just to make a baby for a guy who asks for, for a gift of a baby, or also just make a baby because they want to fit into the society where they're being called names if they don't have babies. Not all that glitters is gold. It doesn't work like that. It's not that simple. Because remember, people who fell into those traps was because nobody was speaking to them openly. Nobody was giving them these tips. They were not aware that actually it's not like that. So having people who can openly engage and make these kids aware that, listen, you don't have to do it if you don't want to do it, I would really appreciate that. Hi,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm okay, thanks, and yourself?
I'm good.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I'm really excited because you have raised this topic.
Yeah.
This is a very important topic, especially for our young sisters.
Yeah.
Well, what I always say as a woman, you must be sure Uguti, alone you'll be able to maintain the guy. Once you are pregnant, things change.
Yeah.
And you cannot trust another person
Yeah.
with the child that you brought forward. So society will always talk, they will tell you about the biological clock, and they will help you raise the child. In a single parent, I want to be very honest, it's very tough.
Yeah.
It's tough for us, even some of us that are financially okay than other people, but it's a very tough journey. It's not as easy as we make it look.
Yeah.
To be.
Yeah.
Especially here on social media. You go like single parents and single motherhood, what. It's no joke.
Yeah.
So,
and it needs to be,
honestly,
people need to be aware that sometimes you actually cry with the baby and not know what to do with the baby, because the baby is crying non-stop. Sometimes you don't know where the money is going to come from to buy nappies. Sometimes money is just not adding up. Things are just not adding up. The baby is hot and cold at the same time. You go to the hospital. Like literally, it's not all that glitters is gold, guys.
Definitely. I remember with my child child. My child had a condition. Now I needed to get a doctor's prescription for what he should apply on his body. At some point, I had to leave my house at 1 o'clock in the morning and rush him to hospital because he was having some problems. So now imagine if I was not working, I did not have a medical aid, I did not have a car. What was going to happen? So it's not really about trusting your boyfriend, saying, no, my boyfriend will do this and this. Once the baby is here, things change. So as a woman, be sure that you are financially stable and mentally stable to raise the child. Because a child is a permanent responsibility.
I don't know if maybe you've seen a video of mine that I shared a few days ago where I was saying that this one time when we were at a mall, we bumped into a lady who was carrying a baby, right? And that lady, you could tell just by looking at her, this lady has a mental problem. And then she was asking us to pay purity for her baby, right? And also give her money for food. So we asked the lady, it's some mall in Polokwane, we asked the lady, at the till to say, do you know this lady? That lady at the till said to us that this lady who's asking for you to help her, as much as you're looking at her, you're seeing somebody who's disturbed, who has a baby who is less than 6 months. This woman was fine before she was pregnant, and she was working in one of the retail stores. And immediately after she fell pregnant, relationship, now the boy started showing her flames. She started being, going psychologically off, and then the next thing, she was admitted in a hospital in a psychiatric ward. And now she, even after being admitted and coming back, because the relationship with the baby daddy didn't work out, because she was literally a single parent while she was still pregnant, and she didn't even know what she was going to do because she was only working in a retail store. You understand what I'm saying? And I could only imagine if maybe she was gifting a guy with a baby because he said, please gift me with a baby. I want your baby. I guess they do that a lot. And then the next thing, he abandons her. She's now going cuckoos. And then once the baby is born, she can't bounce back. Now reversing all of that takes even more effort. And not only is it leaving her with a baby and not and a psychological problem, but also she can't be hired. Which company is gonna take her back when literally when you look at that woman, you can tell, oh no, man, this woman is not mentally okay. And now if now the company that she was working for can't take her back because she's not okay, she's not stable mentally, then what's going to happen to her and the baby? Because obviously now the guy's going to go like, you see, the reason why I left her is because she's crazy. You get what I'm saying? So it's really, really tough. That's why I really support what you're saying when you say before you have a baby, be sure who you're having a baby with, and also make sure that mentally you are ready. Guys, a baby is a lifetime thing. I would rather you not have a baby forever than have a baby that you're not ready to have forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So it's really, really tough out there, guys. Really, you can lose it and never come back and never return. And people would be asking, how did this person who has lost her mind manage to have a baby? And when you had your baby or when you fell pregnant, you were very normal. You were just a normal human being, but life came and messed you up.
And also the baby daddy himself, he might make you lose your mind because they will do all sorts of things when you are trying to fight for maintenance. For instance, he will bring out a lot of nonsense also to make you to discredit you as a mother.
Yeah.
You might fight for maintenance and they will say things that will shock you.
Yeah.
Say the child is 5 years old, say they want DNA.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I wish our sisters can understand when we tell them that it is not easy. It's difficult.
It is difficult. You have to look out for yourself. No, but let me tell you something. Nobody's child is going to look out for you more than you can look out for yourself, regardless of what decision you have to make in this world. Be it having a baby, be it getting a new job and you need to decide and whatnot. Please do it for yourself. Put yourself first, because when you now put other people before you, trust me, chances of it might not backfire. You might be one of the lucky ones, but chances of it backfiring and you regretting and you losing it, they're very, very high. So please be very, very careful with this type of decisions.
Yes.
Thank you so much,
Thank you so much, madam.
Thank you so much for adding on to our engagement for today. I think I have to love you and leave you guys. We don't have any more people.
Please take me out. I don't know how to take myself out.
Oh, you don't know how to exit? Okay, let me do the honors. Okay, guys, I think we have reached the end of our live for today. I believe that those who have joined in late and they would like to know more about IVF and all the other options that you have in terms of you having a baby or making a baby, you can just go binge watch, or rather go replay this live on YouTube. It is very much available with the same topic that we have here: trigger warning, infertility, having multiple children, and just choosing not to have kids. So you can go watch it. Hopefully you will get the help that you need in terms of you being able to have multiple options of getting pregnant. Okay, otherwise, let's see if we can do a live tomorrow where we tackle the issue of feeling neglected as a child, you know, in a home, because somebody called here earlier on saying that she's 23 years old, but she feels like she's the black sheep of the family. The family is not giving her love, you know. And it would be crazy, because imagine right now if you fell pregnant and you had a child and you suffered a lot, you struggled a lot to have this baby. The next thing, you neglect that child. The child grows up feeling like they've been neglected, and they not knowing that there are so many things which happen which leads to parents treating us the way that they do, because under normal circumstances no parent would just want to give birth to a child and then just throw the child to the dogs. You know, there are so many things which happen, and I feel like it's a topic that is worth us discussing, so that we know how to do better and not become the parents that our parents are to us, so that we can protect our kids from the things we are suffering from, so that our kids don't have to heal from the same childhood traumas that we are healing from. With that being said, I love you so much, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in, and for those who engaged, and also for the support group that we're going to be starting in support of people who have lost babies and those who would like to have babies. Let's do this. Let's build each other. Let's live, let's love, one live at a time, one seminar at a time, one conference at a time. I love you so much, guys. I appreciate you being here. Okay, so now we have ended here on the TikTok side. I just want to say to my YouTube family, guys, I really appreciate you being here. I know that usually on YouTube I don't really give it much attention in terms of me engaging during the live, because the people who call in, the tools for us to have people calling in and engaging are usually more on the TikTok side, but that doesn't mean that you can't engage even after the live, and you can leave your comments so that we can do maybe follow-up videos regarding the same topics that we've had today. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit that share button, the like, and also the bell. And also leave a comment down below to say what other topic would you like us to tackle, you know, so that we can become a better nation and create a safe space for ourselves and for our kids and our kids' kids. I love you so much. I appreciate you, and good night.